Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and here we are, finally, at the end of 2020, one of the worst years in recent memory, but you know what that means? That means List Week is here. I'm going to be highlighting in this video my top 10 favorite EPs of 2020, and with all of these year-end lists here, obviously this is all just my opinion. These are my favorite EPs that came out in 2020, so they might certainly be different than your list, which I'm actually interested in seeing. If you'd like, drop a comment below of your favorite EPs of 2020. Maybe there's some stuff I missed. Always like hearing some new suggestions. Also, leave a like on the video and share it. It does help it out quite a bit. I appreciate everybody that watches. And let's get into this list here, but before I start it, I'm going to go over it from 10 to 1, just give a couple brief thoughts about the EP in general. Nothing too in-depth, obviously, just so I won't waste too much time. So kicking it off at number 10, I have Disclosure's Ecstasy EP, a sort of brief but really consistent and colorful dance collection that I enjoyed quite a bit from earlier this year. At number 9, I have Backxwash's Stigmata, which for me, Backxwash was the breakout artist of 2020, and this EP was no slouch, another helping of more trap, rap, metal fusions that I absolutely can't get enough of. At number 8, I have Poppy's Music to Scream To, which is a wild left turn for Poppy as an artist. It's a crazy exercise in like avant-garde power electronics with like a Merzbow flair to it. But you know, it's just like overload of the stimuli, and I would love to see her continue to go down some kind of rabbit hole like this in the future. But who knows, she might not revisit this sound at all. It might be a one-off detour, I don't know, but it lands on this list. Coming in at number 7 is the debut EP of Planet 1999, Devotion, a really sweet collection of tracks that almost feels like you're going to prom when you're listening to it. Twinkly electronic pop over here, coming out of the PC music camp that, you know, I just kept revisiting and revisiting because I think the hooks are really good. Landing at number 6 is JPEGMAFIA's EP. Now, this came out as a handful of single drops throughout the year, and now it's compiled onto an EP over here that is pretty awesome. It's JPEGMAFIA. It's really eclectic. Some of these tracks are really out there even for JPEGMAFIA, but I really enjoy it quite a bit. Just looking forward to anything he does in the future. Landing at number 5 is a K-pop EP from SUMIN XX. Really brief, only 4 tracks, but really worth your while if you're into this kind of stuff. Some really heavy and bright and colorful production over here with some really nice transitions and hooks across the whole runtime, I thought. Coming in at number 4, I have Moma Readies' The Other Side, who is another producer and artist that I got turned on to earlier this year, putting out a lot of material, really consistent collection of like electronic bangers over here. A lot of his drum patterns hit really nicely. He's got a lot of really sweet and endearing vocal melodies laced into this thing as well, and it's got this kind of like futuristic edge to it that really slaps, I think. I mean, it's really consistent front to back. Landing at number 3 is an EP from Shygirl Alias, which has actually grown on me since I first laid ears on it. But yeah, I mean, this is just like a dark and sinister, like electronic pop house kind of fusion going on here from Shygirl. Some of the production on this thing is absolutely crazy, like the track Lang, which was a big standout throughout the entire year for me. It's got a lot of attitude, you know, it's got this like future club feel to it. You know, I really want to see her go more down this rabbit hole on a full-length debut, hopefully next year, soon-ish. Coming in at number 2, I have Tkay Maizda's Last Year Was Weird Volume 2. Whew! I mean, this thing is really fun, front to back. I mean, I first caught the single Awake that had JPEGMAFIA on it the previous year, which was a really dark and nocturnal, up-all-night internet banger. And then the rest of this EP dropped, and it's just like really consistently good front to back. Like a lot of fusions of hip-hop, R&B, and pop with extremely bright and summery production, but also has an aggressive side to it as well. It's pretty much firing on all cylinders, and you know, just really hoping she follows this one up with a full length soon because I can't get enough of this EP. And landing at the number 1 spot, my favorite EP of 2020 is coming from none other than Mr. Slosa Malone, Crater Speak. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Slauson Malone is pretty much on the cutting edge of hip hop and R&B right now, in my opinion, and this EP right here is a little bit different. It, you know, a lot of it kind of feels like leftovers from A Quiet Farewell in a way, but there's like this bedroom pop twist to it. And he sounds a lot kind of like Frank Ocean on here at times, you know, some of the stuff that Frank had dropped recently in his singles. But yeah, I mean, this one's kind of slow paced. It's very introverted in a way, but the melodies are there. There's like an intimate ambience that surrounds this thing that's extremely captivating. And I just can't get enough of his like eclectic mix of like jazzy elements and like bedroom pop and indie rock elements here with like hip hop hanging over it. I mean, it's pretty much got everything I love in a blender, and I can't get enough of it. So that's gonna do it. Those were my 10 favorite EPs of 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. Got some suggestions if you hadn't heard any of these before. And I'll be back soon this week with my top 50 albums of the year list. I just gotta find some time to shoot it with my work schedule. But I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, make sure to like and share. And if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.